Where is he? I know he's here. Cough him up, Warden. No, I mean my peg-legged uncle. Yes, Ogren! Where is that big Bronto turd?
Hang on to your beard, woman. Is this a conjugal visit? Looking for Ogren to grease the old wheel?
Don't lay a finger on me. You've done a lot of stupid things on a whim, but joining the Wardens...
Didn't you say it would be... hot?
We were role-playing.
See, you're making my boss uncomfortable.
You'd think your friends would have developed an immunity to embarrassment by now.
Look, I didn't sign up on a whim, all right? You kicked me out.
You were just looking for an excuse.
You kept trying to make me into something I'm not. I can't play house like you want me to. I'm only good at one thing, Fells, and it's killing.
He's always been good at killing. That and making absolutely nug-brain decisions. You had a good thing in the army. They respected you.
Felsey, I finally got the old conquer on straight. I don't belong anywhere but here.
Fine, Ogren, if that's what you want. The baby and I will just have to get by without you.
I'd just end up being hit. She's a tiny thing, but packs a surprising wallop. And in this mood, she'd go straight for my danglers. Come on, there's Darkspawn waiting to be killed. What?
Wow. I've never seen so many books in my life. This one's a Navaran romance. Pretty spicy, too, from the looks of it. What's an Antivan milk sandwich? Oh. Oh, I see. I'll just put that back. I've only read one book. My friend Varlin taught me while we were in the Legion. He only had the one. He's dead now. I am, too. Of course, I knew it was coming. I didn't think he'd go before me, but... shows you what I know. He was a noble, once. From House Volney. I don't know why he ended up in the Legion. He wouldn't say. I saw death take my friends, knowing it would take him as well. I fought hard to keep us both alive. Varlin embraced the Legion's philosophy, that we were already dead. I couldn't let go like that. That's a nice way to think about it. Blow off the dust to find the vein of silver, huh? If I'm gonna get through all these books before the Darkspawn find me, I need to get started. When do we get going? Darkspawn don't kill themselves, you know. For me? Oh, wow! A hot meal would be nice right about now.
Should we get a move on?
I don't think we should dally here.
All rise. The Warden Commander and Liege Lord of all Amaranthine enters. I've held it off as long as I could, but you hold the right of high justice on your land. Certain matters of court must be decided. By custom, the claimants make their case to you. I'll advise you after, then you rule. The Seneschal of the Vigil can hold court as well, if the Arl commands it. Be seated. The Warden Commander will first hear the matter of the Crown against the sheepherder Alec.
On behalf of the Crown, I submit that Alec stole 2 bushels of grain bound for the garrison in Amaranthine. When confronted by soldiers, he confessed. The punishment for theft from the Crown is death by hanging.
What say you, Alec?
My sheep were slaughtered by the Darkspawn. My family was starving. I asked for mercy. Commander, mercy.
The poor bugger. Had he stolen from anyone besides the Crown, he'd escape with a flogging.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next is a serious matter. Danella, a soldier of the Vigil, abandoned her post and was caught 3 leagues away. She is charged with desertion. Even if it were not a time of war, the penalty would be death.
I asked the old captain several times to release me from my oath. The Darkspawn are too near my family's farm. They need me, my lord. I'm no coward.
You dishonor everyone who serves the Vigil. You think you are alone in having family under threat.
The men are afire over this one. Danella is an accomplished scout, but desertion could destroy the army. The commander has spoken. The next matter is of a civil nature. Lady Liza Pacton is the sovereign of Terns Down.
I prefer to speak for myself. The old Earl Rendenhar made certain promises to me. Some of these he committed to paper. I was given the right to the incomes of the Southern Bridge.
And what part did you take in Hal's conspiracies, Liza? To get such a fruitful prize? I am Sir Darren, and it is my land she seeks. Taken from me because I was one of the few nobles who stood against Tern Logain.
Commander, Sir Darren is an ally, and Amaranthine has precious few who support you wholeheartedly.
If there's any hope of persuading more nobles to your cause, you must be fair-minded.
My father built that bridge. But, very well. I place my trust in you.
The commander has spoken. The matter is resolved. This session of the Arling's court is over. And Maker help me. I hope the next one is easier than this.
That looks fine indeed. Need something pummeled? Just say the word.
Yes.
You're back. You need anything? Oh, this will help a great deal. This is iron. Very high quality.
Armor and weapons could be made with this. I'll just get to it then. No one appreciates.
You're back. You need anything? Oh, of course.
Warden. Haren is content to let me craft away in obscurity under dreadful conditions. Never a care for the art of crafting. But you're not so dreadfully common. Exactly. I want to make wondrous things, things a dwarf and craftsman would appreciate. If you come across any fantastical materials, could you perhaps visit old Wade?
Wade, what are you about?
Oh, nothing, nothing. Remember, fantastical materials. Yes, Commander? Oh, I simply must do something with this. So unique, so rare. Yes, a breastplate. Here, take this. These are a few knickknacks I need to begin my work. Find them soon. I simply cannot wait.
Hey, Commander, we need to talk. Dreams. You get them? This is a Grey Warden thing, huh? Why didn't anyone tell me? This particular dream put me right off my breakfast. In my dream, I saw one of those bloated, vomit-smeared broodmothers, and it had Hespeth's face. You remember Hespeth, don't you? Bronca was there and whispered, "It's time," and Hespeth screamed and 1,000 darkspawn burst from her. Then the darkspawn surrounded me and started talking, asking me if I would like lemon in my tea. And could I please teach them to read and write? And one of them kept repeating, "Where's the baby?" And that's when I woke up. Usually they accuse me of the opposite. Thanks for listening, Commander.
Commander. Oh, I hope they fare better than Sir Myrene. I'll make the preparations. From this moment forth, Sigrun, you are a Grey Warden.
Then let it be.
You chose her well, Commander. She will wake shortly.
A hot meal would be nice right about now. Yes. For all your faults, Ogren, you are a remarkable fighter.
Really? Let's go round the corner so I can show you something else remarkable.
It was just a friendly compliment.
You're friendly, I'm brazen and lustful. We're even.
Warden, I did warn you about the stone in these parts. Human masons will use whatever's at hand, but for proper walls, you need proper stone. The nearest quarry has some miserable slate nonsense. I need proper granite. The darker the better. I don't suppose, you know, in your travels... I'll be here. Don't tarry too long. Got a wall to rebuild.
You're back, eh? What's it like out there? Darkspawn crawling all over? Thank the Maker. Mika's been afraid to move from this spot since he lost a stupid thing.
Sorry, couldn't go without Lucky Deerfoot. Thanks for finding it.
And now we're getting away before the Darkspawn arrive. Good luck to you.
Oh, sorry about that. Why, you ungrateful, backstabbing stir.
Commander, that's not what she's mad about. But...
Name's Misha. I was a merchant until she ruined me. I had her running errands, trying to keep one duster out of trouble. I thought I was doing a good deed. Then, House Bimo's lost a gold statuette of their paragon. Next day, it turns up in my shop.
I tried to say no, but Barat said he'd kill you if I refused. He needed to get rid of it.
House Bimo could have had me executed. You could have spoken up, told them the truth.
And then Barat would have killed me. I'm in the Legion of the Dead now. I'm going to die in the deep roads, Misha.
I have to deliver these skins to the tanner. Need to make a living somehow. Out of my way, Brand.
It's in the past. We should move on, Commander.
As you say. Very well. I shall do what is begun. It shall be done. It shall be done. As you say. Very well. I shall do it. It shall be done.
You seem fascinated with Sir Pounce-a-lot.
We don't have cats in Orzammar. Well, maybe some nobles have them if they buy them from a surface merchant.
Everyone needs a pet.
Well, I had a nug once, for about an hour, before my uncle slaughtered him and ate him. I didn't think I'd ever see Misha again. After all, she's exiled and I'm in the Legion. Maybe the ancestors thought it would be funny to see me get yelled at on the street. No, she wasn't. It's all true. Misha caught me stealing a leg of nug once, and instead of telling the shopkeeper, she paid for it. She said the casteless turned a crime because we have no options. If she could help one casteless girl, but I proved that I'm scum. Just as they always said. The Legion changes people. Some change for the better, others for the worse. But all of us change. I know now, having lost many friends, that friendship isn't something to be squandered. Perhaps I could make amends. Misha said something about working for a tanner. I could visit, just to talk. Thank you. Well, I should rest. Busy days ahead of us. It's much easier fighting Darkspawn on the surface. On a clear day, you can see for leagues. I once heard about a contraption known as a spyglass, I think it is called. My friend Barlin said they let you see distant enemies as though they were right beside you. Is that true? It sounds like magic. Then they must be the cleverest people in Thedas. In the deep roads, the Darkspawn can appear from nowhere. A spyglass sounds the very opposite. Someday, while I'm still on the surface, I would like to look through one. Yes.
So what does the Legion do when you're not, dying?
I'm not sure. We do that a lot.
You can't do it all hours of the day. There must be some times when you're not out getting killed.
In those hours, we listen to smart-mouthed mages ask stupid questions.
I always thought dwarves would be nicer.
I always thought mages would be smarter.
People talk about me stinking up the joint.
What are you on about now?
Cat piss. Little kitty there makes me want to vomit.
Don't listen to him, Sir Pounce-a-lot. You smell just fine.
You? Going to get me kicked out of Amaranthine too?
I know that nothing I say will make things better, so I want to give you this.
A ring. What is this, a proposal? You're not my type.
It'll fetch a fair price, even on the surface, to help you rebuild your life.
This looks like the crest of House Volney. Stole this off a noble, did you? How much are we talking? I reckon this thing's worth at least 20 sovereigns. You've a true friend here, Sigrun. Try not to ruin it. And here's your ring. It must be important to you.
It is. Thank you, Misha.
This will go a long way. I could start another business. You've done right, Sigrun.
Aye, about time you showed up.
Nemea, you're still here.
I keep my promises. Here, turns out you were right. The cache is here in Amaranthine.
It is? You found it?
I did. What you do with that information is up to you. I, for one, am done dealing with mages.
I guess I should thank you.
Damned right you should. You get caught, Anders, I'm not helping you again. That's all I'm saying.
I suppose that requires some explanation. I am fluent in sarcasm. You can't fool me. Nemea is a friend. Last time I escaped from the tower, I asked her to look into some things. That's why I was in Amaranthine. The Templars thought I'd come to take a ship, but it was to meet her. During the Blight, the Templars moved their store of phylacteries to Amaranthine for safety. My phylactery is among them, Nemea learned. So long as the Templars have that sample of my blood, they can find me. I need to destroy it. What's to stop the Chantry from deciding mages and the Grey Wardens are apostates too? I want to be sure they can't ever find me again. Ever. It is. It really is. I know we're busy killing Darkspawn and all, but the sooner we find this vial, the better I'll feel. All things considered, I'd rather be sitting in a tavern. The task is finished. I think that's where the phylacteries are. It's probably guarded.
Ooh, fingers twitching, so much shiny. I know better than to nick any of this. I was just remembering. Growing up castless in Dusttown, we took what we could get, when we could get it. But that doesn't excuse what I was. A thief and a lying, rotten duster.
Hot. You know it.
Let's move along before the temptation becomes too great. I've only so much self-control.
No guards? Maybe they don't want to draw attention to the cache. Could we be that lucky? I'm done.
And here I almost believed the infamous Anders wouldn't take the bait.
Ah, yes. I suppose I should have known it would be you.
You made a poor choice with this one, Commander. Anders will never submit, not to us and not to you. So far, yes. I'll make sure that this murderer is never a bother to anyone again.
What? No, you can't arrest me! King Alistair allowed my conscription.
The Chantry's authority supersedes the Crown in this matter. You cannot hide within the Grey Warden's ranks. Hardly surprising. The Grey Wardens have ever been a haven for criminals and Maleficar. I do not know how you inspire such loyalty, Anders, but it will avail you naught. Now you come with us.
Enemies approaching! More than full day! I shall do it. Shall be done. As you say.
Point the way, fearless leader.
Impossible.
I wonder if Nemea knew about this. I guess it doesn't really matter. Thank you. You stood by me, and I appreciate that. I guess they do. Anyhow, let's go before someone else rushes in to waggle a finger at us.
Finished. It is over.
That looks fine indeed.
Oh, it is so good to see you, my friend. I contemplated visiting you at Vigil's Keep, but things got busy. The College of the Magi is convening in Cumberland, and I must attend. Hopefully, all will blow over before it's begun. But you have enough on your mind as it is. I shan't trouble you with this further. Very well. Then perhaps you should know that something stirs within the fraternities. The Libertarians wish to pull away entirely from the Chantry. And if they get enough support...
Pull away entirely? That's madness. I hate Chantry oversight as much as the next mage. But they can't just decide to leave. This is a recipe for disaster.
Well, it could turn out to be nothing. But keep your ear to the ground anyway. Now, I have a great many preparations to make before I leave for Navarra. But perhaps there is something you can do for me. One of my colleagues, Ines, has spent the last few months in the Wending Wood. The Circle has been unable to reach her, given the trouble in the area. If you happen to find yourself in the wood on your travels, perhaps you could tell her about the meeting of the college. Oh, who knows, rooting around in the dirt for some obscure plant or other, most likely. She has a keen interest in gardening. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant botany. Hobbies and eccentricities aside, Ines is a well-respected mage and a voice of reason, something we could use on our side. The hour is late and I must go. It was wonderful to see you again. Take care, my friend.
So, what are you doing tonight?
Sleeping. Alone. With a knife under my pillow.
Hot.
Honestly, Ogren, what's the point? I'm in the Legion of the Dead. Nothing between us will last.
Exactly. All the fun, none of the commitment.
Ugh.
We must not exhaust our supplies. It is begun.
Stop back! I can handle this!
As you say. It is begun. I shall do it. It shall be done. It is begun. Very well. As you say. I shall do it. It is begun. It shall be done. Very well. As you say.
May I point out that you're all right? Really, when the Templars came for me, you could have decided I wasn't worth the trouble. But I apparently am worth the trouble. Considering I'm usually a lot of trouble, I should be grateful. And I'm glad to be around. When you recruited me, I thought I was jumping from the frying pan into the fire. But being a warden is almost tolerable. It's a pleasant stroll through the park with Darkspawn. You're a giver. I'm very grateful. I thought it was worth mentioning. Thank you, Commander, for everything. Should we get a move on?
When do we get going? Darkspawn don't kill themselves, you know.
I don't think we should dally here. This is nice.